Yeah, so now we need to set up our logouts. We have a logout here, and then we have another one here. So once we click on, we want to set up the session, and once we click on logout here, it locks us out. So Laravel already defined the logout route. It's a post route. It's a post request. That we have different kind of requests. There is the get, there is the post, there is the put, there is the batch, and there is delete. You will see we're going to touch all this as we go on. So let me just go to the old, no, not here. I just need to copy this form. Let's do this one first. I want to decide. So since it's a post request, what we want to do is we are going to set up we're going to set up an on-click event. So once you click the logout button, it submits this form, this hidden form. This one will be hidden. See, that's display none. Route login. And if you're wondering what this is this CSRF field. It generates a CSRF token in an hidden input. And what this is trying to help us do is protect our page from cross-origin request fraud. So it's going to generate a token that the session will be expecting. So if the token doesn't match, it's going to throw an exception, a mismatch token exception. So someone from outside can't post to this particular route because Laravel is expecting that there is a token on this form. So it's hard for someone from outside to actually guess what token is being generated by this request. So that's a good level of security Laravel has set up for us. All these things you don't have to do yourself. Laravel has all these things set up for us. So back to this. So let's just say on click. Let's have this set. We have this in two places, top nav too. Logouts. So there is a logout form here. We don't need to, since it's going to be on the same page, we don't need to repeat that again. So the logout now, see if it logs in. Right. So let's log out. See, that's it. Works fine. So let's try this registration process again. I have a form filler that makes this easy. Do this one. Password will match. Or say the password doesn't match. See, the password confirmation does not match. Laravel already has a validation process set up for us. We are going to be creating our own forms. We're going to create inventory and all this. So we'll be setting up our own validation. So don't be worried yet if you are. You're wondering how do you get here. Laravel already has this validation set up. Once we run the command, PHP has this records. It sets up the controller, the routes, the validation, the view, all those things set it up for us. So it already has it set up for us. So I'm going to try to use the form filler to fill this again. See, it's redirected to the dashboard now. Unlike before, where we were trying to correct that, I just wanted to show you that. So I'll log out as this user and log in back. Right. So now that this is done, let's display a better welcome message. Let me look. I want to see what we're displaying here. So once in a while, you might have this issue, token mismatch exception. That's because remember the CSRF token I said is being generated. It expires. So it's because this is look at this for 8,000. That's the main application I've set up. This is because this page has been open for a long time and then the token has expired in session. So just you just need to refresh and log in back. If you are setting up your app on live server, you don't want that to work off. So you have to set up an exception. You have to go to catch the exception. I'm trying to. So on our welcome page now, that a dashboard welcome. I want us to do this now. So this is my name. So in order to access this, Laravel allows you to the login user. You can always access the login user using auth user. So in this case, it's just their two items in our inventory. This counts would for now let's just leave at 2 or 0, whatever. Once we start creating inventory, this won't be a problem. Yeah, there are 0. This is okay. So let's update this menu for the dashboard. So anytime you click on dashboard, you can always go back. That's simple enough. That's cyber. Remember, how do we define our routes? We define our routes to be in web. We define our routes to be inventory.dashboard. So if you over on this now, see it's showing here the URL half dashboard. Always comes here every time. Right. So next let's set up let's create a table in our database for our inventory. We need to create a new inventory now. So let's set up a table. So that means we are going to create a migration for that. So yeah, that is it. PHP artisan. Again, Laravel gives us a command to be able to create a table. That's a migration. Very easy. I'll show you that. Pages and make migration. Now create inventories table. Now, what's in between this create and the table is going to be table name. And table name is always in plural, right? Because you're going to have inventory. So, and then you pass this to create inventories. In other cases, if this was an existing table and we want to update it, like add more field to the table, we change instead of creating to the table, well, it's a new table, so it's just create some inventories. Right, so that's it. Now let's check. See, I'm sure you notice the changes now. Yeah, under inventories we have this here now. See, create table inventories already fueled all these things for us. So now what do we need? We need ID, and then what are we taking again? We're taking item. Item is a string. The item itself. During my demonstration, you see it's a TV, it's t-shirts, whatever it is, and then that's straightforward. And then next, quantity. Quantity is an integer. Table. So now, for every inventory, we want to know the user that creates an inventory. Any inventory, we want to know the user that created the inventory. So because of the relationship that we will be defining. It means we can have one user creating several inventories. So we want to be able to track the inventories the user creates. So in this case, it's going to be unsigned integer. It's going to be unsigned integer. So you can just go ahead. User underscore ID. This is unsigned. Yeah, let's use unsigned integer. And then define the relationship. Colon user ID references and ID on users table, right? Because this is the primary key, this is the foreign key, this is the primary key on the users table, so that's its references. And then we're going to add soft delete column. Soft delete column, what it just adds is it simply adds a date field, a timestamp field with the name deleted hat. So this will help us create the trash feature that we're trying to do. So once we delete an inventory, it goes to trash. So this is how it works. It's not like we move it to another table. It's the same table, but instead we have the timestamp registered. The timestamp registered under the deleted hat column. It's going to create the data column. Timestamp will register there. So Laravel will naturally not fetch results that has the timestamp field not null, so it won't fetch it. So that's how we're going to achieve that. Except if we pass with trashed, we call the with trashed method while we're querying from database. And then for the timestamp, it's going to create two field, created hats field, and then the updated hat field. Created hat field would have the time when the entry was made in database, and updated hat is being updated anytime we edit our field. So that will help you if you want to display an item, show the last time it was updated, last time when it was created, that will help you. So with this now, we just need to run PHP artisan migrates. Oops. Right, so that's it. So if we do show tables, now we have the inventory tables. So let's do describe inventories. See, we have the ID field, the item voucher, the quantity integer 11, user ID unsigned integer, right? ID is auto increment already. Deleted at timestamp, yes. Created at. So you see that's it. So we have that right here. So next we need to create model. Let's go ahead to create a model.